People who have slept with porn stars, how was it? I dated a retired porn star that had 2 kids, she was 36. She was one of the nicest, most down-to-earth girls I've ever met. We had very normal and chill sex, but she'd be down to do whatever kinky thing I felt like. Just a great person overall. I met a girl through OkCupid. 10 minutes later I'd find out she was in porn. She had a friend over, which was odd, who weirdly brought up the fact that she did porn almost right away. I'm pretty sure my date was going by the name Mia Star at the time. Just did a lazy search to see if I could find videos of her, but looks, there are other Mia Stars out there. Her friend showed me a little video she did where she was sucking this guy's tiny dick. The OL slapping it on her cheek routine. The guy really struggled to get hard. This wasn't good porn. Eventually the friend left, porn girl did some coke, I had a few drinks. She went down on me, but was trying to overperform, which felt a little uncomfortable, but hey, head. It was decent. I couldn't get the guy's limp dick out of my head though. Then we had some regularish sex where admittedly I wasn't having my best day cause the whole thing was a little unusual. The end. Got STD test. Was negative. I dated a cam model for a little bit. Don't know if that counts here, but she gave me the toothiest BJ I've ever had in my life. So instead of oral you got some dental work. According to my buddy who banged Tanner Mays, expensive. My sister slept with a male porn star in Las Vegas. She had no idea until after the fact and said the sex was incredible. My ex got into porn. Made sense, I think he was addicted to sex. I don't say that loosely. After we were over, I found out he cheated on me regularly even though we were together every single night and had sex often. Not to be mean, but these women weren't anything to brag about either. He had a humongous dick though. But his sex wasn't anything to write home about, pretty aggressive and not very passionate. But his sex wasn't anything to write home about *. Dear mom, I hope this finds you well. It had good girth, long as a broom, moved like a dead fish. 5/10 star. My ex sent nude photos and videos to guys she meets online while we were dating. Does that count? I'm gonna take all these answers with a grain of salt. Dude snored. Isn't there like a thing where porn stars fuck their fans? Also they do it on sex conventions and so on. I was regular friend with benefits with a girl who did porn. Mostly she handled the IT aspect of things, but she occasionally jumped in front of the camera when a performer no-showed. Sex was good, head was amazing, the fringe benefits were incredible. I haven't slept with any porn stars but I have met Bonnie Rotten, and I have to say, her profile is a lie. She has the internet convinced she's 5'7" and she was maybe 5'3" in 6-inch stilettos. I would bet money she is under 5 feet when she's barefoot. I was blown away by how tiny she was, and how short the men must be in comparison. That's why their dicks look huge cause the female talent is usually small. I came in 2 minutes. It was okay. She did porn after me though. It was amazing. I made her cum 700 times in a span of 60 minutes, all the while doing positions reserved for athletic events and experienced things only a poet could describe, after which point her and all 37 of her other porn star friends declared I was the best at the sex and the new pope of porn. And then everyone in my middle school class called me the worst liar ever. Does a girl doing just a few videos with Bang Bro count? If that is the case, I found out she did some porn after the sex. Which, after seeing her videos, explains a lot. She was aggressive and loud. Which was cool. Shame holding a conversation with her was like nailing mayonnaise to the wall. Where's Jimmy Garoppolo when you need him? 8 hours, good pillows, kinda weird that they wanted me to sleep in the same bed but whatever I guess. Everyone needs a hug and a cuddle buddy. I never dated a porn star, but I did date a former prostitute for 18 months. Same performance, smaller audience. Anyway, she had one routine and would not deviate. This had more to do with what led her into the profession, than the effect the profession had on her. She was tall, thin, flat-chested with an extremely conservative childhood. Rebelled, married a 2-minute man who couldn't/wouldn't make her orgasm. Rebelled, got a boob job, became a fitness model, exploded into exploration with a vengeance, literally. In her mind, prostitution was just the fastest means of figuring out exactly, and I mean exactly, what she liked. The experience? Her on top in full control until she orgasmed. Then doggy as hard as her partner could manage until both orgasmed. Rarely any foreplay, but on rare occasion she wanted oral, so long as you were well and truly after it. All this mostly worked for me, so no complaints for a long time. In the end, she was still working through a lot of things and the relationship had to be about her 24/7 or she would get livid. Not even good sex can make up for a permanently one-sided relationship, so things ended. Told her she needed a real counselor, not a pseudo-therapist. Still think about her from time to time. There was a good person buried in there, really hope she got the help she needed. Ran into her at a bar and grill couple years ago, and it didn't look like it unfortunately. My ex-boyfriend did some porn after we broke up. I didn't watch it but I believe it was mostly solo and aimed at gay audiences. He was very good looking and fit. We only dated about 6 months but I never had any complaints with him. He was also a really cool guy and easy to get along with. It was good until I woke up in the morning and all my lemons had vanished. I met a girl through friends that was open about being a porn star. I was initially attracted to her but I was also super curious, so I asked her a bunch of stuff. We were all sitting around hanging off her every word because it's like this thing that everybody watches but you don't normally ever meet someone on the inside. Anyway, I think I must have asked something like what's the most extreme thing you've done and she replied about getting analed while the guy stood on her head and flushed it down the toilet. Up until that point, I'd found the conversation kind of a turn-on and we were flirting quite heavily but that killed it for me instantly. My mate said that it totally turned him off too but then he kept taking about her for ages after and I think they hooked up. I looked her up online after meeting her and saw she was an escort too. Itchy. Not sure if porn star really describes what he is doing but you can find him in hundreds of amateur videos and only a handful professional stuff so I guess he qualifies. I hooked up with him 2 years ago. Met him in a gay bar and after a couple of minutes of me thinking I know this guy I realized that I have seen porn of him. Well, it was actually more a very distinct tattoo he has. After a short while we went to his hotel room and for whatever reason I did not pick up on the fact that this is basically 99% of his content. Having sex with dudes in random hotel rooms. But I didn't check for any cameras because dude is sexy as fuck and I was horny. And it wouldn't have been my first rodeo in front of a camera. It all went very well until I asked for a condom. He replied with the normal bullshit like we don't need that and it feels better that way. No way dude. I know what you do and that some of your videos are bare but I don't want to catch something because you think it feels better. He threw me out and acted really annoyed. 2 weeks later he posted videos where he had unprotected sex in a certain hotel room I was very familiar with. Wouldn't have minded being in his videos because as I said, there is already porn out there where I participated, but dude please. Respect when people want to be safe out there. And not only that. Tell people if you plan on filming and upload it to the internet. So yeah. And his dick looks bigger in his videos anyways. Maybe due to him mostly fucking little twinks and I am more on the tall, muscular side. TLDR, amazing. He was a professional and it showed. So I was browsing Grindr, I'm gay, and got a message from a very handsome guy claiming to have a 9.5 penis. Obviously a model-worthy guy with a 9.5 is a clear red flag that it's a bot or catfish, and Grindr is flooded with them. I did a reverse image search, tore the guy a new asshole for thinking he could be dumb enough to catfish me with a very well-known porn star's pictures from 3 of the top gay porn sites that were easily found online, and told them to F off. He insisted he was real, so I told him to add my Snapchat to prove it. He added me, sent a video, and I was floored. I profusely apologized, he came over, and he did indeed have a true 9.5. Normally a dick of that size would be painful to take but he ate me out so well and handled it with such skill that I didn't even feel it slide all the way in, hands down the easiest dick I've ever taken. It was a great night. I don't think I could ever have sex that good again, I peaked that night. It was good, until I wake up. I didn't know Bill Cosby was a porn star. I'm a sex worker, I have slept with other sex workers and civilians. Honestly, there is not a crazy big difference. Porn is acting, and the stuff they do, positions, acts, etc., are pretty uncomfortable and not fun. Having sex for work vs for enjoyment are such different worlds. Like, not even remotely the same thing. When people relax and have fun with each other, it's usually great. When people are at work, they do their job. I don't know, ask your sister. Also, happy cake day. I fucked a top 35, 45 ish at the time, ranked porn star on Pornhub. Impromptu anal sex within an hour or two, then she tweeted about it. Was very surreal and I was focused very much on performing. The bragging to my dormant college friends was super thrilling for 15 minutes of vicarious fame and feeling like telling the best frat story ever. Now I feel kinda douchey bringing it up. Catsit for her a month. Had mid-sex again kind. I have a fair amount of impromptu sex stories but usually shoot myself in the foot. And am likewise almost always lonely and horny. As a gay guy this is probably a lot more common of an achievement than for straight guys. I hooked up with one a couple of times and it was pretty fun, but he had a couple of fetishes I couldn't really indulge him in and he was generally pretty flaky. I also had an awkward, sexless date with one of my favorite porn stars ever. He was living with his aunt and recovering from a big meth binge, so he was not exactly in a place in life where dating was an option. Pretty much the same, sex-wise. Personality-wise, she was really open to communication obs and also, being an exhibitionist, was way more likely to want foreplay to include sexy photos. Good times, would recommend. Does a stripper with an OnlyFans count? It was okay. I was a bit younger, and what I noticed was just how comfortable she was about everything. It made me feel more relaxed and comfortable too, but still pretty much normal sex, like nothing I wouldn't have expected from any other person who was a bit more comfortable in their own skin. I've had relationships with various types of sex workers, pole dancer, porn star, got pretty serious with a girl who made side cash as an escort. Each was different, but like so is any other partner, everyone has their way of being sexual. I met gay black porn star Hoodie Lave. He is much smaller in person, total twink. He crashed at my place, no sex, but he was incredibly nice and a great guy. I do wish we slept together, but I think I would have fallen in love with him. I just don't think he was into bear cub daddies and that's okay. He still was a total sweetheart. Was hooking up with a stripper for a while. And #X200B, the fact that I was banging a stripper, and not as a client or whatever. That's some strong ego points. So that was cool. The actual sex was okay. I'm not massively adventurous in bed and neither was she. A bit of butt play, oral, some fun positions we tried and decided they didn't work for us. The story of I was hooking up with a stripper is far more interesting than our general dating vibe. Hung out at home, watched series, went to the bar. Came home and had sex. I'll tell you what it's like, we're no strangers to love, you know the rules and so do I. Full commitments. What I'm thinking of, you wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling, gotta make you understand, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. We've known each other for so long, your heart's been aching but you're too shy to say it inside. We both know what's been going on, we know the game and we're gonna play it. And if you ask me how I'm feeling, don't tell me you're too blind to see, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you, never gonna give you up, oh, never gonna give you up. We've known each other for so long, your heart's been aching but you're too shy to say it inside. We both know what's been going on, we know the game and we're gonna play it. I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling, gotta make you understand, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry. The sex was pretty good, but the head was incredible. Don't wanna say who it was though. Ron Jeremy. They hug all the sheets and all I wanted was a place to sleep for the night. Sent a girl who has done a number of pornos a plate of dirty nachos at a bar in Cleveland once. Not going to lie, I wasn't really trying to sleep with her, I was mostly just showing off for the friends I was with. She came over, was super charming, super sweet, and ended up coming home with us. I was visiting them and staying at their place on an air mattress. My friend got way too drunk and pretty much passed out the second we got home. The porn star and his wife made out for a while, then the wife went to bed. We ended up chit-chatting for a bit, then screwing on the air mattress, which we popped. She slept the night there, had breakfast with us, then went home. We swapped numbers and still chat from time to time. She has since gotten out of the business. Not quite a porn star, but I dated a stripper/cam girl for several years. Once some guy in her room, online, offered her $500 to do a sex stream. She offered me $200 to do it. I agreed because why not, and I also didn't want her to think I was too good for sex work or something and offend her. Idk. Anyways, the guy never showed up in the stream, just a bunch of randos, and I guess you're like, not really supposed to start fucking until people tip enough? So I'm just kinda awkwardly laying naked on the bed, not sure what to do with my hands, or my boner. Definitely felt out of place, as she was experienced with the whole camgirl banter stuff. Sometimes people would say stuff to me like yeah fuck her good bro. Or cum in her face for me. And I'll tip 500 tokens if you lick your cum off her tits. 500 tokens is like $3.47 or some weird amount. Eventually we just had sex. I did my best to do it like a porn star. I was successful in not ruining a bunch of guys' FAP by accidentally giving them an extended close-up of my hairy ass. So I guess I did okay. We made like $6.